Hello, everyone. My name is Joanna Rouse, and I am a marketing director at NPower. And we're really a national nonprofit that's in the workforce development space. So we provide free tech training and upskilling and job placement assistance and high quality employment for veterans and young adults from low income communities. And so we're a small but mighty marketing team. So how I've been kind of using it really is for capacity building. So really trying to empower our team to do more with it for things that will save us time. And so obviously we use it for big projects, but we also use it for like some of the mundane day-to-day. And so a few case examples that we've been using it for is like brainstorms for newsletter ideas, campaigns, and script writing, refining our storytelling, more asset-based versus deficit-based, CEO, SEO, keyword optimization, event recaps and press narrative and pitch creation. So that's been the gamut where our team has been kind of going and using it more of a daily basis. But our organization kind of pushed more Copilot use, even though I'm a ChatGPT user. So what I'm going to show you is just some data cleanup that we were doing to save our team time and how I used it on both platforms and the different outcomes that I got. So just wanted to, we'll share that. And then I think it was really interesting when I did it because I was expecting, when I put the data in, I was expecting one thing, and it gave me an output, but like Natalie said, I had to kind of retweak it and refine it. So that's what I'll kind of show you as well. And so what this really is earlier in the year, as other nonprofits, we had to do some messaging refresh as advised by our legal team. And so some of the language in the word case and the words that we're using to describe our work were kind of flagged with everything that's going on in our political climate. So our legal team had advised us to relook at some of our messaging and make according tweaks and gave us approved languages to use and words. And so we had Google ad grants running, and we had a couple of them running, and we had to pause them. And our agency that we worked with shared a spreadsheet and was like, hey, these are the words, we need your eyes on it. And we were all kind of strapped for time. And so we were like, let's probably put it in ChatGPT and see if they can just do the swap out, right? So something that, again, I think somebody put summer intern, just that it would take the workload off of us. So that's what I'm going to show. I'm going to share my screen and just kind of show how I did that and kind of what came through out of it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my whole screen. I hope you can see what I'm showing you. Can you see my my screen, like my ChatGPT and Copilot screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So I'll start with ChatGPT. So what I basically did, you can see the prompt that I had here. So after some workshops and different things, I had been leaning into trying to give it a personality. I do have the free version. I am working with the organization to try to get the paid version for our organization company-wide, but what I usually use is the free version. And so I basically had a prompt. You're a nonprofit marketing director, generate replacement words for this Excel document, which is in the first tab, and that includes words and language our organization no longer uses. And then I had given it a screenshot originally of the words that I did want them to use as alternative, and then provide it back in an Excel document and to track the changes made. So when I did that, it said basically thanks, and it kind of walked me through what the plan was, what they were going to change and tweak. And they just basically outlined, hey, this is what we're doing, and then providing me with a new Excel spreadsheet. And so that at first worked, but very much like Nathalie was saying, there were some words that this is the words that I gave them, but when I looked at the spreadsheet, it looked like they hadn't cleaned up everything. So I had to go back and prompt them to kind of, please, can you look through these words? These words seems like they were still there. And then I came into some issues with updating that they weren't having advanced analysis were on pause. So I'll show you what it generated. So this was the ChatGPT generation, the first one that they did. And I actually like this a lot because it made it really easy to see. So this was the spreadsheet that I had originally sent them. And then when I asked to have them to do the change log, it basically showed the original text and what the updated text was. So I really liked that. And I thought that was a really easy format to see. When I did it in Copilot, like I said, trying to use Copilot more because it's something in our organization already, and organization has paid for it already and encouraging us to use it. I did the same prompt, and basically what happened here was they gave me an updated spreadsheet, and then I basically had added some more language that I wanted to use. It did revise it for me, which was great. And this is kind of where I was saying I didn't see these words removed. Some of the words were still peppered in there. And then basically prompt them to kind of relook at that. And they gave me another spreadsheet with that. Let's see here, just looking through my things. Yep. And so the final one, and I'll kind of show you kind of the difference between what ChatGPT provided and what Copilot provided. This was what Copilot kind of shared out. And again, it wasn't bad, but I could see that I had to do some more cleaning up and refining. Some of the words still weren't caught. And I think just even the way that it looked and the output, ChatGPT for me seemed a little bit more seamless and easier to read. Like it would give me the row and the column that the change was made versus when you see ChatGPT, it literally just said, this was the original text, this was updated text, which is what I wanted. One thing that Copilot did, and I think it prompted me here, it asked me later on, like, do you want to see the track changes? Do you want to see it more in graphs? And I said, yes, for sure, share that with me. And so what it did was actually provided this, which was like, what were the frequently replaced phrases? What were the impacted columns? And then just some more breakdowns. It also then, when I actually prompted for that, it did give me that Copilot, or in Copilot, it did give me that kind of original phrase and replacement. So it just took a little longer than ChatGPT, but this definitely saved my CMO and I and our team so much more time. So we were able to kind of clean this up and send this to our agency to kind of resume those ads, which were kind of hindering performance overall.